Good evening. How are you today?
Good evening. I'm doing well, thank you. How about you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. So, Sarah, I heard that you have a job interview coming up. That's fantastic. How can I assist you in preparing for a successful interview?
Yes, I have an interview tomorrow. And I'm a bit nervous about how to introduce myself properly. Could you give me some tips on how to make a great first impression?
Absolutely. Making a good impression is crucial first. Dress professionally in clean and appropriate attire. When you enter the interview room, walk confidently and greet the interviewer with a firm handshake. Remember to maintain eye contact and smile to show your enthusiasm.
Thank you for those tips, Mr. Johnson. I'm sometimes unsure about what to say after introducing myself. What should I do next?
After introducing yourself, you can briefly mention your interest in the position and your excitement about the opportunity to learn and contribute to the company. It's also a good idea to mention any relevant experience or skills that make you an excellent fit for the role.
That's helpful. I often struggle with finding the right balance between being confident and not coming across as arrogant. Do you have any advice for that?
Yes, it's essential to convey confidence without being arrogant. One way to achieve this balance is by showcasing your achievements and skills humbly. Instead of saying, "I'm the best at what I do," you can say, "I have achieved significant results in previous roles and look forward to applying those skills in this position."
That makes sense, Mr. Johnson. Another concern I have is how to handle tricky questions during an interview. Do you have any tips for that?
Absolutely. Tricky questions are common during interviews. The key is to stay calm, take a moment to gather your thoughts, and provide a thoughtful response. If you don't know the answer to a question, it's okay to admit it and offer to learn more, or provide examples of how you would find the solution.
Thank you. That advice will definitely come in handy. Is there anything else I should keep in mind during the interview?
Yes, preparation is crucial. Research the company and the role you are interviewing for. Be prepared to ask questions about the company and the position. This demonstrates your interest and shows that you've done your homework. Also, don't forget to send a follow-up thank you email or note after the interview to express your gratitude and reiterate your interest in the position.
Thank you for all the valuable tips. I feel more confident and prepared now. Is there anything else I should know?
One last piece of advice: be yourself. Authenticity goes a long way and can help build a genuine connection with the interviewer. Remember, they are not only evaluating your qualifications, but also assessing whether you will be a good fit for their team.
Thank you so much. Your support means a lot to me. I have a couple more questions, if that's okay.
Of course, I'm here to help. Ask away.
One thing that I often struggle with is nervousness during interviews. Do you have any tips for managing interview jitters?
Absolutely, nervousness is very common, and it's natural to feel a bit anxious before an interview. One effective way to manage nerves is through preparation. The more you prepare, the more confident you'll feel. Practice answering common interview questions with a friend or family member, or even in front of a mirror. This will help you become more comfortable with your responses and reduce anxiety.
That's a great idea. I'll definitely give it a try. Another concern of mine is how to handle unexpected or challenging questions. Sometimes I get caught off guard and struggle to come up with a good answer. Any advice for that?
It's common to encounter unexpected questions during an interview. The key is to stay calm and composed. If you need a moment to collect your thoughts, it's okay to take a pause before responding. Remember, it's better to provide a thoughtful and well-considered answer than to rush with a response that may not be accurate or well thought out. It's also helpful to practice anticipating and answering challenging questions beforehand, so you're better prepared for them during the actual interview.
That's reassuring to hear. I'll practice handling those tricky questions to feel more confident. Speaking of which, I have a question about salary expectations. How do I approach discussing salary during an interview without sounding too forward?
Discussing salary can be a sensitive topic. It's best to approach this question with tact and patience. If the interviewer brings up the topic of salary, it's perfectly acceptable to express your interest in knowing more about the compensation package they have in mind. However, avoid discussing specific figures or demands too early in the process. Instead, focus on highlighting your skills, experiences, and the value you can bring to the company. Later in the interview process, when you have a better understanding of the role and the company's expectations, you can negotiate on salary if necessary.
That's very helpful advice. I'll keep that in mind and approach the topic tactfully. Another aspect I'm curious about is how to leave a lasting impression at the end of the interview. Are there any strategies you recommend?
It's essential to leave a strong impression at the end of an interview before the interview concludes. It's always a good idea to express your continued interest in the position and the company. You can emphasize your excitement about the opportunity and mention specific aspects of the interview that stood out to you. Additionally, thank the interviewer for their time and consideration. Finally, follow up with a thank you email or note within 24 hours to express your gratitude once again and reaffirm your interest in the position.
Thank you for sharing those tips. I'll be sure to leave a memorable impression by expressing my genuine interest and thanking them for their time. Is there anything else I should know about interview etiquette?
One additional point to remember is the importance of active listening during the interview. Make sure to attentively listen to the interviewer's questions and respond appropriately. Show interest and engagement through body language and verbal cues, such as nodding and maintaining eye contact. This demonstrates that you respect the interviewer's time and value what they have to say.
That's excellent advice. I'll make sure to actively listen and engage throughout the interview. Thank you once again for all your guidance and support. I feel much more confident now.
You're very welcome. It's been a pleasure assisting you. Remember, I'm here if you have any more questions or need any further assistance. I have no doubt that you will do exceptionally well in your interview. Best of luck. And I look forward to hearing about your success.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. I'll keep you updated on how it goes. Have a great day.
You too. Take care and best of luck once again.